Okay. Okay, I'll start now. Okay. Okay, so now we will be starting our presentation. We are the group A plus, and today we'll first be presenting about the active shooting in Bangkok, and later on the coronavirus outbreak or the COVID-19 outbreak in Bangkok, Thailand. Currently, Thailand has had many shooting events that have put people in great danger, or in worse circumstances have caused death. These shooting incidents are unpredictable, and so it is important that we are alert and aware at all times. We will now be discussing about the risk of what could have caused these dangerous events, and we will also be analyzing this risk by using the risk analysis table. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, so risk analysis of active shooting in Bangkok. This is a table that we can use to identify how high a risk an event is. It can be either a medium risk, a low risk, or a high risk. On the left side of the table is how high the probability of something happening is. It could have a very high chances of happening, or it could be events that are not always happening but is possible to happen, or events that have less chances of occurring. On the top right of the table is the severity of the situation. It can either cause minor injuries or damage only to properties, or causing much greater injuries that can lead someone to be hospitalized, for example, or in the worst cases, cause death. By calculating the severity and the probability of the event, we can analyze the most dangerous and the least dangerous risk. Okay, next slide, please. Risk of active shooting in Bangkok. The first risk is weapons in military camps are not secured enough. This could be many people have access to the weapons that the military camps have, and they are using it for the wrong purposes. This is a high risk because it may be possible to occur, but when it happens, it causes death. The next risk is military soldiers misusing their weapons. This is the recent event that just happened in Thailand. Many people were shocked because no one expected it to happen coming from a soldier. And so it is also a high risk because it does not always happen, but it is possible to happen, in which when it happens, it causes death to people.
Okay, illegal production and selling of guns from the rig analysis we found high because we always found illegal production in Thailand, like drug or weapons that sold in black markets or hard in pub because of people whose starvation and government is not efficient in administration and legal is weak, so culprit is not revered. And when people with mental disorder get access to guns, it found high from risk analysis because nowadays they have many threats in economy, education, finance, and others in Thailand. So it can make people madden and attack other people by weapons. So we should have more process to reach the weapons and sell only people who verify or have license and make hard penalty for seller who sell weapons illegal and people possess the weapon illegal. And people with intention to rob in malls and banks can do mass shooting in order to escape. This is found medium in Thailand from risk analysis because people who want to make the disorder will choose the more of the place that has many people so they can shoot the victim and escape. Next slide, please. One man shooting inspired another. It found medium from the risk analysis. We found often case in Thailand that when someone do, they will copy like shooting in Lopburi first, and then they have people shooting in Terminal 21 Kora, and then Siam Square. If we have a bad model, people can think you can do that. Why can't I? And people will dare to do something crazy. So we have to manage the culprit by hard penalty so the other will scare and not do the same. And next, leaders with power dominate their juniors, hence they hold grudge and it can lead to mass destruction. It found medium from the risk analysis. Uh, in Thailand, leader often oppressive henchman and has power to collect many weapons, and people will give a weapon to leader by objective in the bad way. And then inspired from the games like GTA, we found low case from the risk analysis. We found low case because in Thailand the game has contributed, but it can occur for young children more than adults. The children who don't have parents instruct, so the children can copy from the game. I think parents have to take care of children and always teach the good things and bad things and be a good example for children. In adults, we can solve the problems by above. Okay.
Okay, next is law in Thailand are not strict. If the offender has money or power, he can escape without serving in jail. Authors therefore see that when someone does something wrong, there is not seriously penalty, which will dare them to make mistake. When compared to the table of leak analysis, there are some opportunities for people who are empowered to commit an offense and get acquitted, but not often. And if someone imitates their actions, it may result in injury to others or causing danger. Therefore, it is medium. And next is when somebody wants to be known or famous, he can do anything regardless if his actions are legal or not, and they dare to do serious and dangerous things. This case is such occurrence is unlikely, but if it occurs, it will result in very severe violence, which may cause someone to be injured or die. Some compared to the table, then it is high. Next slide.
Okay, so now we'll be discussing about the coronavirus or COVID-19 outbreak in Bangkok, Thailand. Currently, the coronavirus disease 2019 or COVID-19 outbreak has spread across the world, making it a pandemic disease. There are a lot of people who are infected with this virus and a lot of people who are dead. Thailand is one of these countries which are affected. Therefore, today we must be extra mindful about our health by regularly and thoroughly cleaning our hands and practicing social distancing. Our group will then list the risks that may have caused the outbreak of the coronavirus in Bangkok, and we will also be analyzing the risks table as followed. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, so risk analysis of coronavirus COVID-19 outbreak in Bangkok. This is the same table that we use for the shooting in Bangkok, Thailand. It also has the probability, very high chances, possible to occur, or less chance of occurring, and the severity of the situation, which are causing minor injuries or causing greater injuries or causing death. When we calculate the probability and the severity of the situation, we can then know if it is a low risk, medium risk, or a high risk. Okay, next slide, please.
Okay, for the list, first is since China is the country where the coronavirus originates from and where it has spread first. If Chinese people were to travel to Thailand, whether just for travel or for the purpose of coming for treatment, this caused the Thai people who were not yet familiar about the coronavirus at that time to not have enough protection and may be at risk of being infected. When we compare it with the table, there are high chances of Chinese people coming to Thailand, and if Thai people get infected, will result in illness or death, therefore being high. And next is some Thai people who travel to China has a risk of being infected with the coronavirus. When they return to Thailand, they have the opportunity to have contact and infect other Thai people. When this happens, traveling abroad may cause the Thai people to get infected, which will result in illness. So compared to the analysis table, it is therefore high. The next one is when the disease become more dangerous, necessary actions must be done to prevent the spread of the coronavirus. Both masks and alcohol gel are short in supply due to the reason that some people have stored or bought more than necessary. When there is a lack of masks, it's caused the doctor and nurse to not have any protection to use during treatment. In this case, this makes the people who really need it, such as the infected people, not have, and therefore they will have the opportunity to spread the infection more easily. The chance the chances of infection of people in Bangkok will increase as well. Therefore, compared to the analysis table, it is high. And the next one is next slide, please. Thailand has not closed the country or restricted the travel of foreigners. This provides an opportunity for people who are infected from abroad to easily enter Thailand. This can cause the people in Bangkok or people living near the airport to be at high risk from tourists, which has a high chance of being infected by the virus and will result in people in Bangkok having a chance to get sick. When compared to the risk analysis table, it is high.
So, next, lack of awareness and not going to hospital when symptoms appear. Some Thai people who has already been infected with the virus did not go for testing. This is very careless. The reason is they might be thinking it's just a common cold. For this case, it may occur less, but when it does, it can have serious consequences. So, the risk analysis is medium. Next, governments does not take early precaution and dismiss the coronavirus as a simple flu. The government thinks that the coronavirus is just a simple flu, and so there are no rapid and strict measures to control this disease. In result, this caused it to spread out. In this case for Thailand, there is a lot of chance of this happening, and it can cause more people to become infected. So the risk analysis is high. Next, goods imported from infected countries may contain virus. If the person who packs the product is infected and coughs onto the package, then the package may be virus contaminated. The virus lives on dry surface at room temperature for about 1 week. In this case, it has rare chance of occurring and it causes minor damage, so the risk analysis is low. Next, public transportations are not being cleaned enough. Public transportation in Thailand are not being cleaned or sanitized enough. This affects people who use public transportation. If someone is infected and they hold the handrail or other common item, the risk of infection occurring is very high, so the risk analysis is high. Next, health expenses are high. Some people coming from a financially challenged background cannot afford to take the test for the coronavirus. In result, it may have caused these people to not go for checkup and not follow quarantine. The infection has a very high chance of spreading and affect those who allow that people to become infected as well, or cause death, so the risk analysis is high. And the last, the government does not take action on detecting the people who is at risk of infection. At the first phase of the coronavirus outbreak in Bangkok, there are very few infected patients. Therefore, the public has confidence with the government to control the virus, and they did not protect themselves. The government did not totally check everyone who is in risk of the virus and allow them to pass easily. These people might have been infected already. In this case, some people may be negligent and ignore precautions, but there may there may be people who take care of themselves instead. So the risk analysis is medium. Okay, that's it.